Hey guys, Empire Clutch here. Today we're gonna be reviewing the Death Trooper and Night Trooper Battle Pack. This is gonna be set 75412 and it's gonna contain 119 pieces. I've actually been quite excited for this set. I'm a big fan of the new Death Troopers you get in this set. The build, I don't know yet. I'll have to wait to see that in person. And I'm not a big fan of the Family Guy Stormtrooper helmet, but I think they're alright, I guess. But I'll have to build it to give my honest opinion on it. Looking at the box, we can see the battle probably on Peridia, with the dropship dropping off the Death Troopers and the Stormtroopers. We of course have the set number, name and amount of pieces, and the 4 troopers down in the right corner. On the back, we see another look of the battle, with the dropship being in landed position and the troopers fighting something. We also see a trooper using the weapons rack on the side of the dropship. Inside the box, you're gonna find a small manual and 2 unnumbered bags. So here we have it, the finished battle pack. I think the build is a little overhated in the community. I thought it would be worse. It's actually a pretty nice little build. I'm actually kind of surprised at how well it turned out. I would have done some things differently with the cockpit piece, but I'm not a Lego designer, so who am I really to judge? But I think it's actually a pretty cool little build, not gonna lie. But yeah, let's take a quick look at the minifigures. From worst to best, we have the Night Trooper with the grey helmet. I am not a big fan of the modern day Stormtroopers in general, but I think the Night Troopers look a little bit better than the regular Stormtroopers, but with the grey helmet, it just looks horrendous. I'm not the biggest fan of this. That's an L from me. It does have the normal Stormtrooper back printing with some gold lines. Then we have the regular Night Trooper. I think this one is better. I do like the chest print on the other one more, but this one is still good, and the helmet, I'm a bigger fan of this color. Back printing looks far superior though, with some red ribbons across the back of it. The Death Trooper is definitely one of the best minifigures I've seen in 2025. I really just love the Death Trooper overall, and I think the gold and red additions to it is actually making it even better. The regular Death Trooper is good, don't get me wrong, but it can get a little boring, but I think this one is actually a very good minifig. The bag is of course the regular Death Trooper bag with some red ribbons and some gold in there. Of course, all the minifigures have the zombie head underneath the helmet. Okay, let's take a quick look at the build itself and the play functions of the build. Looking at the build, it actually looks kinda nice. I'm definitely surprised of how good it turned out in person. I had my doubts for sure. The dropship have space for 1 pilot and 4 troopers. As we saw on the back of the box, it does have these weapon racks on the side of the build, so you can have your guns stored and your troops standing there. It does look pretty nice with all the troops on it. I do wish it included a 5th minifig, so you can have all the 4 troops on the side and a pilot sitting in the cockpit. It is quite sturdy, nothing will fall off if you shake it. I do wish the cockpit was connected by a hinge, so it wouldn't be connected by the 2 studs either opening down or opening up. The wings are on ball joints, so you can have them however you want it, which is kind of nice. The engines is just these 4 clear blue studs, which is nothing exciting. It does have 2 stud shooters in the front for playability. Would I recommend you guys go out and buy this set? Yes, I think the Death Troopers are definitely worth it. They are very, very cool, and I love the like reddish, goldish design to them. The other 2, they're alright. I'm not the biggest fan of these 2 just because of the Family Guy Stormtrooper helmet. I just don't like modern day Stormtroopers in general. But I think these 2 are definitely worth it, and these 2 is a nice addition, and the build is pretty cool. I would recommend you go and buy this. Maybe wait for it to go on sale. It is slightly overpriced, but overall I still think it's a great set. But that was it for this review. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like and comment down below what you think of this set. And as always, I'll see you next time. Peace.